Oh, yeah. Richie Castellano on guitar of Blue Oyster Cult. Andy, where'd you see them? Every time I bring it up, I say...
Inside joke.
Where was it?
It was at the Astoria Beer Garden.
Astoria Beer Garden.
Sunday afternoon, they go, yeah, Blue Oyster Cult's going to be playing. And we went, yeah, it's really funny.
And they were there. This guy can play. Go on. He did Bohemian Rhapsody. He did all the instruments, the drums. It took him like 6 months to put it together and stuff. Talented son of a gun. I like them and Men Without Hats, my two favorite groups. And how are you, folks? Welcome to the show. This is like having a real job. I had to be somewhere in like 4 days in a row. That's not being a comedian. Kicking it around. We had a great show, though. The second hour, there will be the 7 o'clock hour. Roger Stone. There's a Netflix documentary, Get Me Roger Stone. It's out right now, and I watched it this morning, and he's a political, he's like a political guru, political consultant, and if you're a lefty, you hate his guts, and, you blame him for all the money that's in politics today and the lobbying. So this guy, hey, when Richard Nixon takes a shine to you at 19, you got something going on politically, all right? Reagan loved him. All the guys I like, And so he's in the second hour of the show, and that documentary, I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop watching. I was glued to it, man. They ought to replace the Dos Equis guy with him. This guy's like the most interesting guy in the world. It's creepy how smart some people can be, and I like that he's eccentric and he's like marching in the gay parade, he's a right wing or whatever, but he's for, gay marriage. He's not a hard, staunch conservative, but people like booing him. He's giving him the finger and shit. The balls on him, and smart as a whip. He's got a Nixon tattoo. I'm telling you. So that's what we got coming up. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed feelings today. Roger Ailes, the CEO of Fox News, passed away, so I'm kind of sad. And on the other hand, I wasn't a big Soundgarden fan, so I'm a little mixed. No, I fucking love, of course, Cornell.
Me too.
He hanged himself.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I heard it was suicide, but geez.
Yeah, I just read that.
Hanged himself, or...
Huh?
Autoerotic asphyxiation, hanged himself.
Why do you got to go there?
That's what I'm asking. I wanted the differentiation.
What do you mean? He choked himself while he was yanking it?
So, yeah.
No, he just hanged himself.
That's a popular thing.
Yeah, if you're on a date and you're 22, not if you're just plain depressed. Jesus Christ. Everybody that, all right, anyhow. Yeah, but he was serious. What a talent gone, He had a lot of drug problems when he was young and stuff. I was just reading about it. It's sad, man. Gets isolated, and then, you find success and you lose it, and I've never found it, but, I'm just saying. So, but, yeah, that's a couple heavy hitters. But before we even get to that, I mean, Jesus Christ, the world is just a dark place. Times Square. Do you see what that? Of course you did. You called me and said, watch out, there's an accident in Times Square. And I'm like, what, a fender bender? I have to leave the house 2 hours early? But no, some idiot, Richard Rojas. Turns out he wasn't even drunk. He's had 2 DWIs, some guy from the Bronx. Barrels into Times Square in his red Honda Accord, crashes through some steel barriers at 45th and 7th, and he ran over a bunch of people, kills like an 18-year-old girl from Michigan, and 22 people injured, 4 of them critically. I mean, what the fuck? And right away, 2 seconds after it happened, it's not terrorism. Well, can we just... I go the other way. I'm like, how do you know? Like, right away. It's like, can we just, I said, I want the religion, I want the age, I want the ethnicity before you rule anything out. Just how I am. I'm saying, because obviously ISIS that's their new technique. And that's what everybody thought, and that's why they come right out and say it's not terrorism. Because that's what we're expecting next. Although de Blasio, he has made such a mess of Times Square that it actually probably benefited people in this situation. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because there's bike lanes and there's cars parked in the middle and all kinds of shit.
Performer lanes.
You can't
go anywhere with a car there.
Yeah. And city bike racks and stuff. And but this guy was barreling down the wrong way. And you know what he was trying to do? He was trying to commit suicide by cop. So my reaction to that is, okay, why do you have to run over people to do that? Just get out of your car and come at a cop with a gun or a knife. Why did you have to kill innocent people? Yes, I know he had head problems. It said he was in the Navy from 2011 to 2015. It doesn't say whether he saw action or not. It sounds like he did. It sounds like his friends said he came back messed up, but they didn't clarify in the article I read. Of course, there's 19 articles, but I mean, really? Suicide by cop and you have to kill innocent people just out on a beautiful day. 866-969-1969 is the phone number, and I mean, Times Square, man. I always I have one eye open. It's that's the new ISIS technique. I know that they're not saying that, but between the nuts and the drugs and ISIS and it's fucking just so sad. I always hear about it, and it's always tourists. A couple of years ago, people from Iowa are here. This is probably 10 years ago. They're on the subway, and like a husband, wife, and their kids, and some gang member tries to mug one of them, ends up killing the mother. Thought I'd open with the light stuff. I can't help it. The world's a dark place. What am I going to ignore these stories? But anyhow, Roger Ailes, former CEO of Fox News, and that was I don't know, that shocked. I guess he's been sick for a while, 77, but he just got canned because of sexual harassment and all that, and hope you feminist whores are happy. Anyways, I know they didn't have anything to do with it, but I'm just saying. But he's gone. He's 77.
What do you mean? Well, you know what I mean. He's gone, and we couldn't do nothing about it. That's it.
What do you mean?
He's gone. He's gone. And that's it.
Fuck.
That's Sean Hannity.
I can't believe it. I can't fucking.
But this guy was a genius. Look, you guys, I lean right in my politics, right? Just think of the news landscape without Fox News. I'd be listening to fucking Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell and ABC and CBS and Chuck fucking Todd and all the other liberal horse shit. That's all we'd have. Guy had a vision, hugely successful. And I gotta say, he had a discriminating eye for pussy. I don't mean to be crude, but I'm just saying. Fox News Channel, the women over there. I know Andy's dad. What is your dad?
My girlfriend's.
My girlfriend's. Andy's dad's 93. Loves the discriminating taste. I mean, Shannon Bream, her face. Martha McCallum. All of them. They all have skirts on too. I'd make them wear bikinis, but that might not, they might not be taken seriously. I'd have them, in a one piece and stuff. But, I mean, man, what a success story. And of course, not too long ago, he's forced out by allegations. He had hemophilia surgery to replace his joints, a prostate, surgery, where he had taken an extended leave, and, he was using a walker, I guess, last year, and he knew he was going. He said, my doctor, he had a sense of, my doctor told me that I'm old, fat, and ugly, but none of those things is going to kill me immediately. He said that on his 72nd birthday. He said the actuaries say I have 6 to 8 years. The best tables give me 10 years. He says 3,000 days, more or less. And he said I'd give anything for another 10 years. But it reminded me of sort of like Joe Paterno, all that scandal at the end, and all of a sudden he's forced out, and they just, what I mean? I think work keeps him alive.
Yeah.
Being around all those young broads keeps you alive. And then the Murdoch sons come in, and one of them has a hate-on for Roger. Who sides with the chicks in that one? Can I just ask you that? One of the Murdoch guys, one of them wanted to keep Ailes, and I think Lachlan or one of the sons wanted him out of there. They wanted to change the environment over there. Why? I mean, Bill O'Reilly. Isn't it unbelievable? A couple months ago, right? Now O'Reilly's gone, Ailes is gone. Life just keeps moving on. But yeah, he knew how to put together a news show. Even like this guy Dan Abrams from ABC wrote a big thing in the New York Times saying all the other networks were imitating him, with the flashy camera work and the good-looking girls and stuff. And he had quite an influence. And of course, Bill O'Reilly, who's number one for like 16, 17 years.
Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Sounds like me in the green room before I'm doing a set. Yelling at my phone. It won't work. But Jesus, that's a heavyweight hitter gone, you know? So now you get Tucker Carlson at like 8 o'clock. No more O'Reilly. Then you got the show called The Five. That's on at 9 with Gutfeld and some hot broads. Eric Bowling's at 5 with our girl Kat Timpf.
Yep.
And the whole landscape has changed, you know? We have let's go to line 3. Somebody wants to comment on the Times Square incident. What's going on? Who is it? Masood from Toronto. Oh boy, I know who this is.
How's it going, man?
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing really well. I just quickly wanted to say 2 things. Well, first of all, I'm a first-time listener to the show, and I used to. This is the time that I drive home, so I used to listen to the Opie show. But
yes.
You know what? Wish you guys all the best, and really excited to see where you take this thing.
Thank you. Probably into the ground.
What's that?
Said probably into the ground.
Well, hopefully not.
No.
I need to listen on the way home. Anyways, I just wanted to quickly say, I was sitting in the office and I saw the picture. I pulled up our local newspaper online, and I saw the picture of the car in Times Square. I was like, fuck. The first thing I thought, being a Muslim, was like, shit, not another one, right? But it's really unfortunate what this idiot did, but my perspective on it really came from a position of, holy fuck, here we go again. You know what I mean? Yes. I mean, I think that's everybody, and you're a Muslim, and that was your reaction, and me being a devout Jew, that was my reaction. No, I'm pretty much, I don't know where I stand. Raised as a Christian, but again, obviously that's what a lot of people are thinking, because the last few incidents, and then ISIS came out and said that this is our new way of doing things, right. Drive into crowds of people. It's a natural reaction, but I just laugh at the speed that they get that out there. It's not terrorism. It's a drunk Spanish guy from the Bronx. Well, that's kind of hurtful too. I think maybe they're coming from a good place. Who knows? But you know what I mean? Like, being a Muslim and the way a lot of things get stigmatized sometimes, it's interesting to see what people do to sort of placate other people to not make them feel bad. But, like, hey, I got a family. I've got a little girl, 4 years old. The first thing I want to know is, who is this psycho that's doing this type of thing, and how do I keep my family protected?
Yeah, exactly. Good hearing from you, Masood. Pretty appreciate it. Toronto. That was my, initial reaction. Because it's Times Square. I mean, and it's it's just with the speed that they come out with that makes me funny. And they always, can't, even after 9/11, it's a month later, let's not draw any conclusions. Just because it was 9 guys from Yemen. Let's not draw any conclusions. Let's go to Chris on line 2. Wants to talk about, Zach wants to talk about Chris Cornell. Go ahead, Zach.
Hi, Nick.
How are you?
I don't know if you guys heard this, but it's just it's breaking on the AP wire right now.
What?
Actually, the FBI just found out that he had DNC leaked emails sent to WikiLeaks on his laptop.
Yeah. Holy moly. He probably was a Democrat. Yeah, thanks, Zach. I didn't pick up on that. Appreciate the call. All right. God help me. So, I'm still upset about Roger Ailes. I mean, I like Soundgarden and Black Hole Sun. That was my nickname in high school, by the way. That's right, I was in high school in the 90s. Did you know Roger Ailes was a speechwriter for President Nixon? I got to bring that up with who, with Roger Stone. And he wrote speeches for Barbara Bush. I don't remember her rocking the house with any speeches, other than, George, shut the fuck up, I'll bitch slap you. In addition to Nixon, Ailes also served as a media consultant for Reagan and George H.W. Bush. This guy was a heavy hitter, man. He came up with Fair and Balanced. I tried to use that on my wife when out drinking, coming home late. And we report, you decide. And he's gone. Nothing we can do about it. What do you mean? He's gone.
Yeah, we had a little problem.
A little problem. It was real greaseball stuff.
It's amongst the...
It's amongst the rich English guys. Yeah, so... Let's go to Matt, line 7. Matt, welcome to the show.
Matthew.
Matt, you there? Jesus H. Christ. Let's go to Dennis, line 6. Dennis, what's going on? Jesus, you know what? I'm going back to rotary phones. These fucking people. Dennis, you're on. Could you please speak?
Talking to me, are you?
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I said Dave. Dave from Jersey. Hey, how you doing?
All right. It says Dennis on the screen. I'm sorry. I got a kid. He's kind of, I don't know, he's got a plate in his head. He's in the room over there in the glass room. And how do you mix up Dave and Dennis? Fuck, what do you get, a hair lip?
Oh, my God. You might be autistic.
No, he's...
Anyhow, I'm happy to hear you back on radio. I used to listen to you on 92.3 after opening, the terrestrial.
Yes.
And you were great then, and it's great to hear you again, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you, man.
Just keep it up.
I appreciate that, Dave.
You had that.
You say hi to Dennis for me.
I will. He's in the trunk. Don't worry. You played that clip from Goodfellas. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, let's hope
Thank you, Nick. Keep it up, Nick.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, Dave. Let's hope Free FM. It was just taking off. It was a terrestrial radio. In my last book, the numbers were through the... I had housewives in Westchester who liked it. I had cops. I had mafia guys in the fucking Bronx. I had Joey from Staten Island and his 40,000 greasy cousins calling me. It was had everybody.
I was a dog walker and used to listen to you on my little
did that for a living,
did you? To God.
Did you really?
I did.
A dog walker?
Yeah,
seriously?
trying to do, make some money during the day, do spots at night, and I'd listen to old Nick during the day.
I used to... Did you really?
I swear to God.
Okay. Hey, let's go to Nick in Toronto. Wants to talk about the possible terrorist ties. Nick, what's going on?
Hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. First time.
First time. Absolutely. First time for me to talk to you also. It's a very new show.
Good to hear Paisan on the radio.
Absolutely.
Anyway, just going back to this terrorist thing. It always just drives me crazy when they say it's a terrorist act, it's not a terrorist act. Isn't it always a terrorist act as long as it's reaping terror on the public? Who cares what the...
I don't like that. That sounds PC. There's a difference when, let's say, an Irish guy is going down the wrong way street and tries to run over people on purpose. That's different than what we know as terrorism today. You're sounding a little Canadian politically correct on that one, for my taste. Yes.
It's just my point is it sucks that it happened and it's still terror on people and people are going to be stop about it. I mean, I know let's just go after these ISIS.
Yeah, I know. No, you're right. People obviously get terrorized no matter what, whoever's behind the wheel at that very second. I get your point there. But yeah, seeing that ISIS announces, hey, this is the technique we're going to use, it's not unnatural for that to pop into somebody's head a few seconds after. I know what you're saying. We're all human beings. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can't be an illegal if you're human. I know what you're saying. But no, I'd rather stereotype and prejudge, make people uncomfortable.
The only thing I find more offensive than racism or as offensive as racism is PC. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, I know. And you guys, Canada, you're leading the way up there. I mean, there's comedians up there getting fined and thrown in and sued for saying stuff on stage. I mean, what is going on? How's Trudeau doing? That big girl. He makes
Take that brush and paint us all. Take that brush and paint us all the same color.
Well, come on. What am I going to do? It's a very liberal,
Because we have a feminist as a PM.
Yeah, you guys voted Trudeau, and he makes friggin' Obama look like Strom Thurmond, for Christ's sake. But good-looking guy. He gets a lot of ass. Some of it female, I heard. Anyways.
I think Ivanka wants a piece of it.
Ivanka does?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Nick, thanks for the call, and go Maple Leafs. Maybe to win a cup sometime in your... All righty, then. Who else we got here? Let's go to Matt, line 2. Matt.
Hey, am I good?
Yeah, you're good, buddy. What's happening?
Sorry, I have shitty service up here in Nyack. You know the area.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, huge fan since the Tough Crowd days. Love you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know if you saw this about like an hour ago. There's a train derailment in Rye, New York, and it was like a slow-moving train, and it fell off. I have no idea why. It sucks.
I heard, we did hear, there was a fat girl in the cafe car. She leaned to the left. And off it went. You know, I love Metro North because I heard, and they've been for the last 10 years, they're talking about they want a train. They're trying to make a train that goes like 200 miles an hour. They can't keep them on the track at 50 miles an hour. What is that? So when it derails, it still makes it to its final destination? Is that the idea? Fucking
not going to get a bullet train like there is in Japan.
No, I know. You see that thing over there?
Yeah.
You can go. Go ahead.
There was one other disaster. It's happening in Nyack tonight. Rich Voss is going to be at Messi Live tonight through the weekend. If you want to, he's performing at 7:30. You can go to richvoss.com/calendar. You can pick up your tickets that way.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you, Rich. Good talking to you. That wasn't him. There was no slur. I mean, there was no... These friggin' glasses. Here's the problem with these.
What's the matter with your glasses?
Well, my glasses, because I'm farsighted, which means I can't see up close, right?
I'm the opposite, yeah.
So, but this screen here with the collars is like right in between.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going, that's Kevin and fucking, that's Muhammad in Yemen giving us a call line 3. Let's go to Greg in Palm Beach. Greg, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm so glad that you're on, and I'm so glad I'm listening to your show. I love you.
Thank you, man. What's up?
You know, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about all these years since the 60s? The news has gotten more and more biased. Until now, it's just complete lies and bullshit. They're making stuff up. They're making the news.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times I got to shoot my TV. I can't even take it anymore. It's becoming so ridiculous. Trump farts. And it becomes a big damn thing. And Obama, he gives Iran, a terrorist nation, $150 billion in cash.
Yeah.
He gives them, I don't know how many metric tons of uranium. And Hillary Clinton steals money from the earthquake fund in Haiti.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything. I don't get it.
Well, that's
Am I living in the Twilight Zone?
No, you're not. You know damn well, and it's been, and they don't even try to argue this anymore. I mean, it's the left runs the media. They have been forever, and if they didn't, they would never win a fucking election. I mean, they're so full of shit, and they are making stuff up, and it's it's laughable. They don't even try to argue it now. But there's a double standard, and then that's why Fox News Channel goes through the roof ratings-wise. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, you had ABC, CBS, and NBC, Time Magazine, and then CNN. Ted Turner comes along with Wolf Blitzer. I have to hear that. Every Delta terminal, I have to sit there and listen to that fucking left-wing garbage before I get on a plane. But yeah, no, there's definitely a slant, and I'm sure, of course, the people on the left will go, but Fox makes up shit too. I don't know what the answer is. I went into comedy, and that sure ain't the answer. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it, Greg. Greg in Palm Beach must have some dough. But we got time for one more. Let's go to Judy in line 6 right here in New York. Judy, welcome to the Nick DiPaolo Show. How are you?
I'm good, Nick. Welcome. I'm so happy that you're on the 6 o'clock show.
Thank you. Tell your 6 friends to call in, and let's boost the numbers.
You won my heart over, and I hope you tell the story sometime soon again.
I won your heart over. Go ahead.
You did. You cracked. When you were telling the story about the bat that was in your house.
Oh, the bat?
You're trying to get
my wife
out of your house.
Oh. Yes, you like that?
The way you told that story, and then the story about your dog, your puppy that just got its period. It looked like the Japanese flag on the.
Oh yeah, that's right. My wife slapped like a paper towel on its head. Thing ran by with a red dot. And yes, the bat story is on one of my albums. I believe it's Raw Nerve, but
I heard it on 92.3 100 years ago.
Well,
I'm just so happy that you're on.
Thank you, Judy. I appreciate it.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you so much. Folks, and again, stay tuned for the second half of the show at 7 o'clock. Roger Stone. Get Me Roger Stone is a Netflix documentary right now. It is so interesting. This guy is so interesting. We'll be talking politics with him. I tried to talk politics, and a lady called about my dog having a period. I can't keep the train on the train. You can hang up now. Mother of Christ, what do I got to do? No, I'm not talking to Judy. I'm talking to, what's his name in the...
Brendan.
Yeah. You gonna give me a 30? Oh, okay. Boy, you gotta be consistent,
I
Andy.
thought we had it down to the 3 in the minute yesterday.
Dude, man,
and now you're
30.
changing
No,
it up
I'm
on
not,
me.
dude. God damn it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this, kids. Hey, how are you, kids? 866-969-1969 is the phone number. I love stories like this. Yale dean is placed on leave over offensive Yelp reviews. This woman, her name is June Chu. She's the dean of Yale University's Pearson College. And, she's a champion of cultural sensitivity and all that horse shit. And turns out she's on Yelp, shitting all over people at this restaurant she's going to. And, really? Somebody who goes to Yale is an elitist twat? Breaking story. What a piece of... She goes...
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
I don't know.
Why aren't more people intelligent?
Of course, she's not fired yet, but yeah, she says the problem wasn't so much what she said about the New Haven eateries and businesses she reviewed, but rather her comments on the people who frequented them. That would be the deplorables like me and the other working class stiffs. The post published over the course of the last few years referred to customers as white trash and low class folks, and to some employee as barely educated morons. Yes, you're a condescending twat, is what you are. And, it's why Trump's in office. Just make note of that, Yale. Yeah, she just trashing everybody. If you are white trash, she says, this is the perfect night out for you. She's talking about some restaurant she's at. She wrote in a review about a Japanese restaurant, which she said lacked authenticity, but was, perfect for those low-class folks who believe this is a real night out. Just a condescending. In another restaurant review, she said, doesn't she have papers to correct, Miss Broad? The fuck?
Yeah.
I guess if you were a white person, see, she has a hate on for white people because she's Asian and she goes to Yale. That's how you get in, Brendan. You have to be a fucking whitey hater. Who has no clue what mochi is. This would be fine for you. Well, excuse us, Ding Chao Fling. In 2015 review, she called the movie cinema's employees barely educated morons trying to manage snack orders for the obese, and also tried to add $7 plus $7. No, those are people trying to make a living, sweetie, okay? Andy's like, no, she's right about the movie people, no, she's just a condescending twat, and she's everything that's wrong with the world. And you know how she voted. She goes to Yale.
You're the fucking problem. You fucking Dr. White, onking jamrag, arcing spunk bubble. I'm telling you, H, you keep looking at me, I'm going to put you in the fucking ground, I promise you. Not this time.
It's my favorite.
That's a great one.
Oh, Sexy Beast. So it was a
great fucking movie.
Oh, my God, folks, if you haven't seen that one, get out. Get out to your local,
New Haven Cinemas.
No, what was the name of the, you used to get the tapes, you go out and get them, the VHS tape.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, Blockbuster. That's what I'm going to say. Nah. Chu has since deleted the account and issued an email apology to students at Pearson College. That's Yale's largest residential. Notice she apologizes to the students, but not to the people that she called white trash and uneducated. And I'd like to kick her right in the Adam's apple if I could. What are you saying? You know what I'm saying. Brendan's holding up a picture of Chelsea Manning. Have you seen her? She needs a blood transfusion. You guys like that, huh? She looks like she should be at Fox News.
I was kidding.
Oh, you were kidding? Brendan's over there. He's got his pants down. Rachel Maddow would love that. Looking for cock. She says, this is her, I've learned a lot this semester about the power of words and about the accountability that we owe one another. She says, my remarks were wrong. There are no two ways about it. Not only were they insensitive in matters related to class and race, they demean the values to which I hold myself and which I offer as a member of this community. That's another word I don't want to hear for the rest of my life. Community. Seriously, everybody's got their own community. I am so fucking tired of community and diversity, and wonderful is the word I hate the most. Wonderful is the gayest word I've ever heard, but wow, that was loud.
Thank you.
My goodness. You all right, Andy? Yeah. You're working that board like you're doing the lights for Pink Floyd. Let's go to Chuck in Boston. He wants to bring up Roger Stone already. Chuck.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, listen, a first-time caller.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through when you got Roger Stone in. I want to ask a question. Maybe you might want to ask him.
Okay.
If Hillary gets indicted in a new investigation, what are the chances that James Comey will be charged in a cover-up?
Yeah, probably zero. It's a good question. Somebody write that down. I'm not going to remember it. I had 4 concussions in high school, and I have Ebola now. That's a good question.
Maybe I should interview the guy. Keep me on hold, and then when he comes in.
Yeah, I'll do that, Chuck. Okay. Thanks for the call. Go Sox. See, I was assuming he was going to be a lib, but that's what I do. Anyhow, back to what I was fucking talking about. Yale College Dean Jonathan Holloway told the Yale Daily News he was not asked for Chu's resignation. Of course not. You know why? Because she's a minority and she's female. That's a white guy. He's canned. He's gone. He's out. Maybe not because she was trashing white people. But, you know, that's a tough call for the jerk-offs that run those schools. The Ivy League needs to be blown up. Anybody with me? If I could have it my way, I'd replace all the Ivy League schools with a bunch of DeVrys. Yeah, so take that, Mrs. Chu. And she's teaching sensitivity and cultural diversity and all that horse shit. You know, they're all phony fucks. Just admit you're just like the rest of us. Could you just admit that? She also said at the Japanese restaurant, she said the waiters were Chinese American, not even Japanese. I'm glad she cleared that up.
The nerve
on her. So, but don't you agree that if she's a fella, she's a white fella, she'd probably be canned already?
Oh yeah,
I think. Here's my I'll tell you, California. I don't know why they call it California anymore. Seriously, it really is Mexico. I'm just saying. Here's some more proof of it. I love California. It's a physically beautiful state. I still have friends out there. Joe Rogan and Conan O'Brien. But anyway, little drug music, California. You know what's going on out there? L.A. County deputies bust a cockfighting ring, seize 7,000 birds. This is L.A. County, okay? Just give it to them. Give it back to Mexico. Or whoever. And I know cockfights go on in a lot of state, but, you know. And I enjoyed California when I was out there, but it's really changed since I left 20 years ago. Yeah, a cockfighting ring, isn't it? I don't know. There's easier ways to make money. Brandon, I can't read lips. You can get on the mic, you know. You're allowed to speak. No, he's afraid now. What do you have, a cousin out there selling chickens to? Yeah, the birds consisted of roosters, hens, and chicks. Deputies found mobile cockfighting pits, slashing blades used during fights to the death, and other equipment. They also found goats. This is L.A. County. About 50 guard dogs and 2 handguns. 10 persons, including the property owner, were detained. I'm not going to mention any names. The Santa Clara Valley Signal reports that the seized fighting birds have to be humanely killed. There's no sanctuary for fighting birds. This is because they get very aggressive and cannot be housed with any other chickens. It's like when you bust gang members. You have to put them in add seg. Even the hens would attack the other hens. These are not pets. The property on which the birds were seized consisted of rough 80 acres. That's 80 acres. They're going to waste all that chicken? 6 Los Angeles County Sheriff Department vehicles were involved in the raid on the property. Oh my God. You see what we've turned into, though? I'm just saying. It's not working. The experiment is not working. Okay? Cockfighting. Jesus Christ. I think the Pilgrims did it, and they banned it a week after they got here. Now it's back. I mean, come on. Same with the diseases. People coming over the border dressed like they came out of the Old Testament. And people are getting leprosy and shit, and I'm not supposed to connect the stuff we wiped out in 11 AD is coming back. Tuberculosis. And did you hear this? I read a story on the internet a couple months ago. Middle school kid, Wisconsin middle school kid goes to school. They were from India, and they sent them home because one of them had leprosy. Who's the last person to have leprosy? I think it was Ben-Hur's mother, wasn't it? Had leprosy. Imagine you send your kid to school. He's got a little Indian friend. His friend puts a lunchbox down. The hand breaks off on the handle. Oh no, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm just saying, folks. These are the drawbacks of diversity. I'm just saying. But if we all assimilated and became Americans, it might work, but that would be racist. Don't you think so? Let's go to Captain D on line 3. What up, Cap?
Cap.
Hey, Nick, I loved you in the Unmasked with Ron, and I'm loving the new show, man.
Thank you, Captain D. What's going on in Houston, speaking of illegals?
Well, I was just going to say, you took the words out of my mouth with the cockfighting range. That's kind of close to home, south of Houston, man. It's like, yeah, I know that guy. Oh, wait, that's L.A., okay.
Yeah, L.A. and, California, Texas, Southwest. You ever been to a cockfight?
I have many friends that do it quite often, but no, myself, never. Yourself?
I was in one. I was standing next to B. Arthur in a urinal, and holy Christ, I'll tell you. No, I've never been to a cockfight. I'd rather watch people beat each other to death than animals. I'm getting soft in my old age, you know.
No, I kind of feel the same way with that. It's kind of a little grotesque, a little animal stuff. But if you haven't gone to one, you got to live at least once.
Well,
go to a bullfight, go to a cockfight.
That's true. Even they strap razor blades. They strap razor blades to the cock's feet.
You know, you actually you need to talk to a guy who actually raises them to do that, because it's a whole process.
My dad's not around, but.
Oh, well, hey, same here, brother, twins. So, but as far as like from A to B getting that thing in the ring, it's nuts, the whole process, and it's a lot of damn money down here. You're talking thousands. Like, you blown away by the size of that ranch? Yeah, that happens a lot.
No, I know, and they get big crowds and stuff, and you're betting on the stuff. I'd rather go to Vegas, watch, Conor McGregor beat up some, whatever.
I kind of feel it, man. But look, hey, I'm loving the show, Nick. You guys have a good one. Same with Andy. Don't take it too easy on him, I guess.
No, I'm not gonna. He's a real hippie, this kid. 6'4",
yeah, I love him, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Captain D.
That's my buddy.
Oh, you know that guy?
We met down in Austin.
Yeah?
Good guy.
Austin.
Loves the cockfighting.
I'd like to kind of go, but I'm just saying, it's so fucking third world.
I can't, no, dude. The animals, come on.
Huh?
I don't know the animal fighting.
But I'm just, the point is, this shit was going on in 1850. Yeah, fucking.
We really are reverting.
Yeah, we're going backwards.
Leprosy.
We're going backwards. God damn it.
I'm still laughing at that.
The fat. 866-969-1969. And again, in about 15 minutes, we're going to have Roger Stone in here. Maybe, look, I knew a little bit about him, and then I watched a documentary. What little I knew I liked about him, then I watched this, and now, he's my favorite. This guy. He ain't playing games. This guy, Matt in California, wants to talk about cockfighting. Matt, how are you? Where are you calling from? San Francisco? Matt, what's going on?
I'm in the Central Valley. I'm a little bit different part of it than San Francisco.
Yeah, no, it's just a dick joke. Go ahead. I'm glad to talk to you.
Well, you drive along the freeway around here and you see all the empty barrels where all the cocks are. I don't know, but dog fighting is weird to me. But cockfighting, I don't really give a shit of chickens. I think they kill more chickens. The sheriffs do when they seize them than they actually do when they're fighting.
Yeah, well, they have to kill them because, like they said, they're trained to kill, and they can't be around normal chickens. You can't throw them with a couple of Purdue oven roasters. They'll murder.
But I mean, you have a dog. You have a dog that wants to go retrieve. I'm sure those chickens want to fight. I mean, I'm sure that they have more fun fighting than they do in an egg laying cage.
Really? You think they'd rather fight to the death? With razors strapped to their feet?
One.
Good.
Fuck the losers.
Thanks, Matt. All right, take it easy. For the love of Jesus. Floyd in Tennessee. I think Floyd's well-versed in cockfighting. Floyd, what can you tell us? How do I get tickets?
I know every fucking thing about cockfighting. There's a
boy.
place up in the mountains. It's a stadium with bleachers and concession stands, and they're not razor blades on their feet. They're like knives that are real sharp.
Yeah, razors.
Those you just don't throw a regular chicken in there. The big fighting roosters, they shoot them up with steroids and all kinds of shit. And then
that's the NFL you're talking about. You're talking about the NFL.
Right before they fight, throw them in the pit. They blow up their asshole to piss them off, and then they throw them in the pit. And if they get cut up real bad and start bleeding, they suck the fucking blood out of their beak.
Oh, now you're talking about gay bars. You're all over the map.
I'm telling you, man, that's the way they do it. There's a lot of big money in that chicken fighting.
There's a lot of big money in it. And, have you... Tennessee, God bless you. I don't even know what to say. Thanks, Floyd. A lot of big money in that cockfighting. I know a guy's got a 2-bedroom apartment. He's got a...
Bleachers.
That guy was so southern. That was creepy, wasn't it?
I love our fan base.
What the hell else? Do you know what spornosexual is?
A what?
A spornosexual?
No idea.
It's a new wave of metrosexual journal. It's you've heard of metrosexual. Now meet the spornosexual. The new term embodies the modern day man who's often at the gym working on his fitness. He's chiseled, tanned, and hot. He prefers to spend his time and his money on his physical upkeep, and he doesn't shy away from showing off his results. That's a spornosexual. We had another name for that back in the day. Spornosexual. What the fuck? You never heard of that, Ian?
No.
Journalist Mark Simpson introduced metrosexual in the lexicon 20 years ago. Now, writing in the Telegraph, he said that metrosexuals are a dime a dozen, and their evolution points to spornosexuals. Now the focus is less on the clothes, more on the bodies, which Simpson calls their ultimate accessories. The term comes from the combination of sport, porn, as in, he writes, sport got into bed with porn while Mr. Armani took pictures. Oh, this guy can really turn a phrase. It's hard to say if spornosexuality is a product of a body-obsessed culture that idolizes sports figures or backlash against an increasingly egalitarian culture with less pronounced role definition between the genders. I think you're overthinking of it. It's just a bunch of egotistical asses. Even when I was in shape, I didn't look at myself in the mirror at the gym. I waited till I get home. And I posed for like 45 minutes to get rammed. So you'd never heard that, huh?
No, I've never heard that term. I know guys like that.
Yeah, I do too.
They got to name everything.
He's a fag.
Introducing, Gymder, the spornosexual workout app. That is absolutely, definitely 100 PC, not about hookups. Finally, spornosexuals no longer have to run the risk of socializing with people who don't work out. And oh no, Lycra. Oh, the fucking writing is horrendous.
Where's that from?
I don't know. My sister sent this to me. And they think that whey isolate sounds absolutely vomitous. Now, thanks to a Munich-based company, Spornos had their very own social app that will allow them to find, locate, and interact with other Spornos in their vicinity. It's just an excuse to meet fellas. Gymder, as it's called, is billed as a free location-based app designed to help you find mutually interested workout buddies nearby right when you need them. Apparently, that's what I'm going to do. I'm benching at the gym. I'm trying to push out one more. It's about to fall on my neck. I'm going to get on my app because I want Teddy to spot me. What the fuck? You need an app to find somebody to work out with? Everything is an excuse to fuck now. That's all that is, in my opinion. Of course, phrases like mutually interested are right when you need them and anytime, anyway. I do rather suggest, like the name itself, the Gymder can serve as a grinder for spornosexuals. That's what I said. See? And I'm not supposed to prejudge and read into stuff. It makes me a homophobe and racist. Yet my instincts are 100% right on the goddamn money. Let's go to Brian, line 9. Brian.
Nick Dip, how are you, buddy?
What's up? What's going on?
Big fan. I'm glad to hear you on the air. That's
Thank
great
you.
to have you back.
Thank you.
I want to see what your take is. I assume I know what your take is going to be on this new rage, the fashion rage of bro rompers, which is like a romper for a man.
Yeah, I saw that. Those like one piece. It's something you'd see like an 11-year-old girl in or something. And now, guy, Andy, don't turn that down. Yeah, no, it's emasculation. It's just continuing. I've never seen. Look at those fucking things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it came into the news because Cam Newton wore one to one of these, festivals, and he was photographed wearing a flowery romper, which, of course, has the sports fans in Charlotte really just terribly pleased.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
It's terrible.
Look at that. I mean, again, this world's not going to be happy until we're all in mini skirts and fucking belly shirts. And
yeah, but who's wearing these?
What do you mean, Cam Neely?
Yeah.
Cam Newton. Oh my God, Cam Neely. Oh my God, I actually know that guy. Don't punch me the next time you have me back, which he probably. No, but look, has any guy ever put those on outside of this picture? Look at. Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at him. I might get one in leather.
I think now it's all making sense. Spawnosauruses are going to wear those when they're putting up their thinly veiled "I want to suck your dick."
Oh my God!
Come spot me at the gym.
Anderson Cooper probably throws one on when he gets back from CNN and chases around a guy named Teddy.
Man, it really is great to hear you again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, buddy. I mean, look at that, and you just watch. I just don't. Like the show Chopped. I brought it up yesterday. I didn't get to it. I understand, and I love Food Network, but I get it. Transgender people cook and enjoy food too. But every fucking episode, there's a woman looks like John Madden with 3 tattoos, a shaved head, peeling a carrot angrily. She's like, I'm going to make a lemon reduction sauce and throw it right in Andy's face.
Hey.
But I'm just saying, they make up 0.03% of the population. They make up 110% of the episodes of Chopped. And I'm just saying, enough of the, it's hard to be a white heterosexual male. Is it not?
Very tough.
Let's go to line 4. Rich in Georgia asked the question. Rich.
Yeah. Hey, Bud, man, great show. I love it.
Thank you so much.
I just want to say, I don't see how Jeffrey Ross is considered the roast master when you were absolutely, all those roasts were the main killer of that thing. But my question,
Jeffrey's very good, though.
He is. I'm not knocking him.
No, I think you had it right the first time. But go ahead. I was just being nice. Yeah. I agree with you 1,000%.
But I was calling you because I know you take this same take. How can you be a straight white man and be a Democrat? It just makes no sense to me. And then I hear these fags come on this radio station and try to talk shit about Republicans. And I'm thinking, when did a Republican ever get somebody kicked off the air or bash a comedian for saying something?
Yeah, no, I know. I get your point. The PC stuff, and I've been saying this for 1,000 years, really doesn't come from our side. It really, that really is a creature of the left. Look at the college campuses and stuff. And I don't know how, it's a good question. I don't know how they do vote Democrat. I can't relate,
Yeah. Anyway, great show, man.
Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. I like a guy from the South saying half a fag. That's like a Brooklyn Italian thing.
Right.
Joe Pesci has guys down. He's a half a fag. They used to say that on The Sopranos all the time. I think he's a half a fag. Now, guys down. I think he's a half a fag. I don't know. Yeah, actually, that's a good question, though. I can't see myself have a vote. It's identity politics. It's chicks this, LGBT that, and you white guys that are blamed for everything. You see the courses they offer on college campuses? Man, if you send your kid to college now, he's going to come back, and if you can relate to him, I'll be surprised. Oh, boy, it's almost that time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, we got the great Roger Stone. Right now, Netflix Get Me Roger Stone is the documentary. It is so killer. I watched it today. This guy is one of the most interesting people in the world. We come back, we're going to open the phones, talk to him about politics, and so stay tight. 866-969-1969, back after this.
You're listening to the Nick DiPaolo Show.
We are back. What's going on, kids? Roger Stone is on his way or in traffic?
Yeah, might be a little late. Well, because we had all sorts of issues around here today with that guy, you know?
I know. With Richard Rojas and his red Honda. That was his name. And he wanted to commit suicide by cop, and he has to take out innocent people. That's how the world works. 866-969-1969. 866-969-1969. And if you want to see me in Big J. Okerson, Thursday, June 1st, Seneca Niagara Falls Casino, Bears Den. Me and Jay Okerson. It's a good gig. I've done the theater. It's beautiful. And then Friday, June 2nd, I'll be at Hot Comedy Club in Yonkers. And then Friday and Saturday, June 9th and 10th, I'll be at Hilarities in Cleveland. And for tickets, go to nickdip.com and follow me at Nick DiPaolo on Twitter and Instagram and all the other cheesy stuff. Facebook, I'm on there, but I just don't look at it. I can't figure it out. There's a picture of my mother at a baby shower, and then there's a picture of some guy, me drunk at a comedy club. I don't know whose timeline I'm looking at. It's also complicated. Yeah, so check it out. Interesting article here. Trump under siege, it says. More than 60% of National Security Council employees were placed there by Obama. Calls are growing for President Trump to clean house at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. A White House source estimates more than 60% of employees at the National Security Council are not Trump administration appointees, but career officials who are appointed to the White House from other agencies under the Obama administration. The source said there are whole departments at the NSC with only one Trump appointee. How the hell's that going to work? And he says, I think the lesson here is that these things are going to continue to happen until the Trump White House does a serious house cleaning. That was Fred Fleitz, a former CIA and Bush administration official. You know, because all these leaks and people are saying, and they laugh at it when you say it's deep state people, and it's Obama cronies that are still in there. And why is that hard to believe? And no wonder why this isn't working, this system. Would like me, you know what I mean? You got your enemies under you. And don't tell me, I keep hearing this, all these guys that work at the FBI, and I know most of them are neutral, they're professional, they do their job, but we're all tinged a little one way or the other. You know, it's so polarizing today, the climate, even those guys have to be a little affected, in my opinion. But where are all these leaks coming from? They run right to the Washington Post, you know? So, and a couple of the leaks we're talking about this week, earlier this week, current and former official leaked to the Washington Post that Trump had discussed highly classified information with the Russians last week. A day later, an associate of a former FBI director, James Comey, told the New York Times that Comey allegedly wrote a memo saying Trump asked him to end his investigation of former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. And then there was another one. Then a current and former official, presumably the same ones who talked to the Post, revealed to the New York Times that Israel was the source of the information Trump spoke with the Russian officials about. And this guy Fleitz believes it's those career officials assigned to the NSC under Obama who leaked Trump's conversations with the Russian officials to former Obama officials and media outlets. At the NSC, there's no confirmation process. People can't be let go immediately, and new people can't be brought in, he added. That's why it's more difficult to replace these people. But a major problem, he says, for the Trump administration is that there is no budget to bring in new people at the NSC until September. Oh, what a fucking mess. Trump, he's got to be sitting there going, I'm a goddamn billionaire. I'm 70. I could be laying home with my wife. What's her name?
Melania.
I was going to say Giselle Bundchen. Yeah, he could be playing golf during the day, going home to Melania. Instead, he's worrying about former Obama officials sticking it right up his wazoo. Oh, my God. This is why I'm lazy. I don't even have his money. I'd lay on the couch, retire, be on Medicaid. Compounding the problem is that there are also hundreds of political positions currently unfilled at departments that interfere with the NSC, such as the State Department and Defense Department. Jesus. What a goddamn mess. But it is. You can't tell me he's not being sabotaged. Of course he is. Fucking Obama really laid a nice trap for him. You know? He's like, that Bertha shit? Yeah, watch this. You don't think that's stuck in his craw? Please. And by the way, didn't they mention that in Roger Stone's documentary that he might have come up with that and put it in Trump's ear?
Yeah.
Because he is the trickster. And I don't have a problem with it. Oh, boy. They're like you're racist. I still think he's from Kenya. No, I don't. Brendan's over there cringing. Where did you go to school? Fucking, just pick a campus.
Howard.
Where'd you go? Howard Dean University? No, I'm kidding. I know he's born in Hawaii. We have all the paperwork, and he smells like pineapple. Anyways, let's go. Greg actually has a question asking if Trump's going to clean house on line one. Greggy boy in Syracuse.
Nick, from one guinea to another, congratulations on the new show.
Well, thank you so much. So, what's your question? What's your question, Greg?
All right. Okay. Now, first of all, I love Roger Stone. He's awesome on Alex Jones. If you get Alex Jones, that'd be great. My question is, with supposedly there's theories that he's going to get rid of Priebus for the chief of staff.
I've been hearing that, yeah.
And I've heard that he's thinking between either Gingrich or even Corey Lewandowski. Now, Corey Lewandowski, when he was running his campaign, once it hit a certain point, he seemed like he was over his head.
Right.
But what I want to know is, what's it going to take for him to get the band back together from the campaign into the thing? I mean, the right guys, because even when he was running the campaign, granted, he had 99% of the strategy. He brought in a lot of hard hitters. Even, I'm a huge Roger Stone fan.
Yeah.
He brought in a pollster, Tony Fabrizio, who was another hard hitter, fought in the trenches. What the fuck happened to all these people, man? Get them back.
I know. I know. You have the same take as me. It seems like the moderates, the people who are sitting on the fence and quietly probably don't even like Trump, even like Mitch McConnell, that fucking no-chin, owl-eyed bro. I don't know. I agree. Steve Bannon, why is his role being cut back? I think he's the force. You know?
And then there's that whole deal with Jared Kushner and taking money from fucking George Soros, his family. He's infiltrated too.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if he's married to Ivanka. We didn't fucking vote for those two fucks.
I know, but they look so nice together. No, I agree, man. Greg, you have the same take as me. I get the band back together, but he's got a ton of, there's literally hundreds of people he's got to replace, you know, with all these spots, but...
He's got to go high and low and find savages and just fucking go nuts. Burn the motherfuckers down.
I agree.
Everything. It's a fight to the death.
I agree. The left plays hardball, and that's why Roger Stone, that's how he plays. You know, I agree 100%. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for the call. It's true, man. I'm sitting there going, why is Steve Bannon's role being cut back, you know? And, Jared Kushner, and, you know, he's in, but, you know, Kushner did help him win the thing. I read this whole article, how brilliant this kid is. He had all these people, he's got friends, in the high-tech industry, you know, they told him how to target on social media, where to advertising. But he's got his own agenda in there now, so, but, it's true. I want the real right-wingers. Gingrich, I love. Smart as a whip, giant forehead, you know, it's just loaded with brains, and, no, he'd be great. I want Giuliani in there. I want Gingrich. I want Pat Buchanan. Those are my guys. My two fellas that are working with me are blushing right now. But come on, 60% of the National Security Council was placed there by Obama. How are you going to get anything done? They're sabotaging him. I believe that. And you do too, kids, don't you? 866-969-1969. Let's go to, my old boy Hansy in Toronto, line 2. Hansy.
Yo, Nick.
How are you?
What's going on, man?
Oh, you know. Oh, you know.
Yo, I just tried to listen to your show for once, and I was like, let's see if this guy's tune has changed a little bit. No, you're still a conservative dude, huh?
A little bit. You know.
No, look, listen, I think both sides are bullshit, because they act like there's actual real liberalism in this country when it's all Republican essentially. And I know it's disguised as progressive, but there isn't really a progressive. I'm not saying that DNC is good or anything, but the right wing shit is just as much batshit crazy as the rest of it.
I disagree 1,000%.
But that's where your money's. That's where your money's made, though. You need to cater to these alt-right types.
Why that's where my money's made? I'm broke.
Come on.
What are you talking about? I had to hitchhike here today. But no, you think you really just said there's no real liberalism? Is that what you said?
I know you're going to say that's insane because of what you see on television.
Yeah.
That's just a representation of quote-unquote, like, most of these people who think they voted for Obama think they're actually progressive. They're not really progressive.
What are they?
They're
assholes.
Interest moving to the right. America's mostly run by. It's always been run by the right wing.
No, see, that's because of the corporations, they go with that. But but the message, and you got to tell me the media, and I know the media, here we go. I can't have this discussion again. Yes, I know because it's the giant companies, the corporation that makes them right wing. But the message is left wing, okay? I don't believe the fucking although you're making a little bit of a point, there's a lot of Republicans pretending to be Republicans. I don't see anybody on the left pretending to be conservative.
Well, Bill Maher is one of the biggest disguises of a liberal person ever, and he's mostly a Republican, in my opinion.
How so? How is Bill Maher a Republican?
Okay, listen. I'm not going to say you criticizing Islam. As a Muslim myself, I know there's problems in Islam, but it's funny how nobody on the right ever wants to mention what Israel has done, in a sense, you know? And that shouldn't reflect all Jewish people.
Right.
But Israel policy does affect American policy, but no one wants to go there. It's like, okay, who's funding ISIS? Okay, Saudi Arabia and Israel could be funding that.
You say nobody talks about Israel. Go to Columbus. Go to the campus of Columbia University, and it's so anti-Jewish, anti-Israeli. It's unbelievable.
But that's the confusion, though. They make it seem like it's all anti-Semitic. That's why they allow the general message. But I'm not anti-Semitic. There's a lot of Jews who are against what's going on in Israel. That's what I'm trying to say.
I hear you. How about those Mets?
Yeah, well, the Blue Jays suck, so I don't know, man.
That's why I was bringing it up. All right, Hansy, how you doing? What are you weighing?
I don't know, like what, 500 pounds?
It's not kidding either.
Listen, Nick, I always say, even though I don't agree with your politics, I'll never not say you're not a funny dude. I always say you're a funny fucking comedian.
Thank you, Hansy.
I just don't agree with your politics.
No, I know.
I don't agree with a lot of left-wing stuff, too, that's represented.
Right. No, you're pretty fair. I agree. Last time we checked out, you were in a basement in Toronto making a pipe bomb, and you're writing my name on it with a Sharpie. Thanks, Hansy. Call back, too, will you? He's actually a funny dude. He used to call into Nick and Artie and Howard, and he's into the Illuminati shit big time. You know, that's what happens though. You're in your basement, you're smoking a pound of pot a day, and eating Cheetos. You get a little fucked up. Know what I'm saying? Let's go to Zach on line 1. Zach, what's going on?
What's up, Nick?
Welcome to the show.
Nothing much, man.
What's happening?
I just want to say I'm a big fan of even back to you days with Artie Lang back on whatever channel that was on.
Yeah. Direct TV. Yes.
Yeah, I know that didn't really work out that well for you, but fuck it. At least you got a show now.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, man. But I was just wanting your opinion on, I've been reading a lot of the headlines lately, and a lot of people are thinking that it's a big possibility that Trump could be impeached. I was just wondering, like, your opinion, is that, like, how do you think that's going to change things around here? Do you think it's just going to, ruin the economy and shit's going to go down the drain, or do you think it's going to be better, possibly?
Well, depending who you listen to, it's almost impossible to get impeached. You literally have to commit treason, bribery, high crimes and misdemeanors. It's almost impossible for him to get impeached.
Not if the whole GOP is not behind him. They can get his ass out of it.
No, they can't. You still have to do something. You have to have evidence of what I just mentioned, things like that, to get impeached. It's really
look at what's going on now with all this.
Oh, I know.
Thing. I mean, you don't think anything could come up within the next 6 months that could, get him out of office? I mean, how do you think? Just assuming he does get impeached, what do you think? Like, do you think we would just immediately lose, our standing in the world and, pretty much look like we're, falling behind, as a world leader?
Well, yeah, the markets are going to go nuts. I mean, they just talk about stuff like that, and the markets go nuts. I'm not an expert on that either. But, Mike Pence is in the wings, and there are a lot of people on the right that hope Mike Pence steps in. But I love...
Yeah, that's what they wanted from the beginning.
Yeah, but I love the fact they wanted an outsider, and that's what Trump is, and people don't know how to react to him. It's fucking, they're scared of him. And, the career politicians, I can't look at Mitch McConnell's face another year. I want to slap those big owl glasses off. And Paul Ryan pretends to like Trump. And you're right, there's a lot of, but like I said, from what I'm listening to and reading, it's really hard to get impeached. You have to be, pinch some girl's ass in the Rose Garden.
I'm thinking... I'm just not doubting that there's something that's going to come up within the next 6 months to a year that'll, get him out of office. And like I said, I'm just nervous with what's going to happen, man. It's just not a good situation where we don't even have a fucking good leader in the country that everyone's behind, just going to set us back more than we are already.
Well, thanks for the call. No, I agree, Zach. But my question is, and let's say whatever. Trump doesn't make it through for you, or even if he does, where do we go from here? There used to be a little bit of a middle ground. No, it's war, man. And if he did get, which he's not going to get impeached, like I said, it's almost impossible. But if he did, then how does the right react to, let's say, a Democrat gets in there, right, in 20? I mean, huh? Well, what are we gonna? I mean, the gloves are off.
Yeah.
And all this shit is bad for the country. Okay, even if it's right, they're just keeping it out there. Even if there's nothing, and I've been hearing about the collusion for a year now. Could we have some fucking evidence? But just keeping that out there, hanging over Trump's head, is doing damage to the country. Okay, but they don't care. No. Fucking libs don't give a shit. It's not about that. Let's go to Mitch. Mitch in Detroit. Mitch, what's going on, man?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing, sir?
Good. Hey, I was going to tell you, they don't have to impeach Trump. You can actually be removed using the 25th Amendment to say they find him unfit for office. There's Vegas odds are actually going to be over-unders January 1st of next year.
Okay, what does unfit mean? He's fat?
No, it means if he's mentally unfit to carry out the duties, which... could easily be, which if the Republicans are going to do anything, that's where they'll do it. They won't do it through impeachment. They'll do it through the 25th Amendment, showing that he's mentally unfit.
Yeah, and how do you do that? What's the litmus test there? It's not like he's sitting in the Oval Office shitting his pants. What is mentally unfit?
You tell me, John McCain and all those make the decision. So,
you talk about mentally unfit. How about McCain? Psychotic.
Yeah. Well, he's got a Budweiser conservatorship, so that tells you something.
Yes, he does. It's ridiculous. This is unbelievable what they're trying to do. It's and again, I'm not a Trump apologist. I actually voted for Cruz. I wanted somebody to really piss off the left. But I mean, this is just outrageous. He's being railroaded by and a lot of it's career politicians because he came in to shake things up like McCain. Although the comment he made during the campaign when he said McCain was not a hero, I can see that sticking in McCain's craw. But mentally unfit, I just like to know the definition of that. And they tried that with somebody else, right, Mitch? There was one other. Eisenhower? No, who was
I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was. And at the end of the day, though, you have to admit that Trump is kind of setting his own landmines.
He does.
He just is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who you believe in. I mean, where are all these leaks coming from? If that's what you're referring to as landmines, I mean, but he does. I know what you're saying. He could keep his mouth shut and stay off Twitter a little.
A little?
Yeah. But then again,
a lot.
Well, yeah, but okay, if he doesn't use that, he's going to go through the mainstream media that hates his guts? So how do you communicate with the people?
Well, Fox News allegedly has the highest ratings. That's his mouthpiece.
Yeah, that's one place you could go, but you got to talk to everybody. But yeah, thank you for the call, Mitch. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, great show, man.
Thank you. Let's go to Larry in Wisconsin. Larry.
Well, hello, Mr. DePaulo.
How's it going out there?
Well, it's going. It's going to be really chilly tonight, so it's going to be great sleeping in the truck here this evening. I can't wait. Well, I'll wait till I stop, actually.
What about Pelosi?
Well, I heard Nancy Pelosi with my own ears saying on the television that there's a chill with the impeachment talk, essentially. There's no evidence of any crimes having been committed.
Yeah.
That one congressman stood up and talked about they needed to impeach Trump when that happened earlier this morning. It's just bordering on the ridiculous, but you talk about Trump's advisors.
Right.
Trump, to me, is a New York liberal. And now that he's got the office, you see all the conservatives that got him there are losing favor. Bannon's gone, and he's surrounding himself with New York liberals. Jared Kushner, his daughter, who's an unpaid consultant with an office now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, buys them, and she's got a very liberal bent, pro-choice and pro-sodomite agenda. That he's just another New York liberal masqueraded as a conservative to get elected.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's... no, I hear you. Go ahead, sorry. Is he there?
I think
Go ahead, Larry.
Phone's getting nicked.
Oh, his phone's cutting out. All right. That's the FBI listening in, tapping you. But he's right though. When you get Ann Coulter second guessing, you know, I mean, but yeah, Jared Kushner, who really did a lot to help him get elected, but that's a good point. You know, he's listening to his daughter, who's not an elected official, and like I said, with Steve Bannon, the people that got him there, somebody's got to get in his ear again, you know. But that was the big fear. Because, you know, he used to donate to the Clintons and he was pro-choice and all that shit. He's really like the first independent to be in the White House. He sure in hell ain't a conservative, you know. I mean, but yeah, people are nervous about that. Let's go to Jack in Vegas. Jack, what's going on?
Dick, great to have you back on the radio, buddy.
How's it going in Vegas, man? All right?
Everything's going well. And I'll tell you what, it's a hard act to follow with Larry bringing up sodomites. I felt like I was back in Catholic school again.
God, I know. Anyways.
This whole impeachment nonsense really, it just rings so hollow to me. We had 8 years of corruption, not a peep from the Democrats. The Republicans saw on the line and didn't really cause any problems. All the repeal votes on Obamacare were just for show. They had no intention of really doing anything that they told the American public they wanted to do, only to get elected. And I don't think anything's going to happen here. There's no evidence. There's nothing to be said. And how is it that Comey could testify in front of Congress 2 weeks ago saying that the Justice Department has never been tampered with or influenced in any way, shape, or form about this investigation? And now all of a sudden this memo that is attributed to nobody, that no one's even seen it, all of a sudden now impeachment talk comes up about it. It's such nonsense, and the hypocrisy from the left. And I mean, it's almost not even a problem anymore because that's just America these days. And eventually, it's got to change. Eventually, it's got to come back the other way for common sense to prevail. Otherwise, why don't we just split us up? Why don't we just split us up? And
right.
You know, California, I'm a half hour away from the California border, and these idiot Californians that move here have turned Nevada from a red state to a purple state, and Las Vegas is we're a blue county, and it's embarrassing. It really is.
Yeah.
If California wanted to succeed, if they really did, I would wholeheartedly say, thank you, please, goodbye.
I know.
You know, instead of building the wall on the Mexican border, build on the border of Nevada. I'd have zero issue with it.
Okay. Thanks, Jack. Yeah. But I sort of agree with him. Where do we go from here is what I'm saying. And he's not going to get impeached. It's not, like I said, it's almost impossible. But now the mental fitness thing. Okay, but Maxine Waters is she's mentally fit to hold an office. Or even Pelosi, that fucking nut. It's where's the evidence? Oh, by the way, independent prosecutor that they've and again, It's Robert Mueller, I should say, former FBI guy under Obama and stuff. But what's he gonna? And when you do that, he has all the money, and that can go on forever. You know, and that's really damaging to the country. I was reading a thing Dick Morris wrote saying, but it's just a fucking mess. You know, and why? Where's the independent prosecutor for Hillary and having that server in a basement? Nobody touches that. I mean, what are they talking about? Hey, it's Nick DiPaolo, folks. We're going to take a break. 866-969-1960. We'll take more of your calls right after this. Sit tight.
The Nick DiPaolo Show will return after this.
The Nick DiPaolo Show returns now.
Who is that sexy bitch? Welcome back, folks. Hey, our buddy Roger Stone is stuck in traffic. And that's true because it's a mess because of the fucking Richard Rojas incident. And so we're going to try to get him maybe to call in on the hotline, if possible. And I'm a big fan of phones, folks. Saying that sarcastically, I could bite myself right in the face right now. I'm going to plug his thing anyways. You got to watch it. You got to watch a documentary. Get me Roger Stone on Netflix, and you can find him at thestonezone.com and rogerstone.com, and on Twitter at Roger J. Stone Jr. He is just a force in politics. He has been for years, and he has a Nixon tattoo. But he's stuck in traffic. We hope he calls in. Really eccentric guy, smart, and lefties really hate him, and CNN hates him. So that's how I know I like him. Know what I'm saying to you? Let's go to San Diego. Chris has been waiting on line 3. Chris, what's going on, man?
Not much, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. How's it going in Mexico? All right?
It's going great. I'm learning the language, drinking cervezas every day. So, signs are changing from Spanish to English. English to Spanish.
Hey, let me ask you, do they still have that sign on, I don't know if it's the 5 or the 405. It's a silhouette of a woman dragging 2 kids across?
Yeah, it's the 5, and then they might have it the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch for pedestrian crossing, but it's a single lady dragging 2 kids.
Yeah, it's it's illegal.
Our borders are making sure that you're not bringing food across. That's what they're doing.
Unbelievable. So what's up, man? You have an opinion about this impeachment talk?
Yeah, I have a few, and apologize for my rant. It gets enraged as I listen to your listeners who are on Facebook or Twitter and read one line and they regurgitate it like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
This Amendment 25 thing, that thing is probably, 10 times harder than than impeachment. Yeah. So Pence is going to write a letter saying that Trump's unfit, so now Pence is president. Trump is going to write a letter back responding, so they're going to put him back in presidency. He's going to fire the people who wrote these letters. Now, these people can't fight back. So the 25 thing is bullshit. Name one president who's ever been impeached. Clinton and Jackson, they both got off by the Senate.
Yeah.
And to even impeach Trump right now. Yeah, shrimp. They need 2/3 vote of the Senate.
Yeah.
2/3 vote of the House.
Yeah. Well, we control that. I'd say we, as in.
Yeah.
And plus, like I said, I was listening to another show, a guy that knows way more than me, like a constitutional law guy, saying that you literally, it's got to be like treason and bribery.
Yeah,
it's very hard, right? For impeachment,
and just because he gets impeached doesn't mean he's impeached. Clinton was impeached, but he got off in trial, and he still is our president.
You got off in trial, he got off in the Oval Office, he got off under the desk. Zing, 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 this guy.
Got off and out everywhere. But your last caller, he started off right. If Nancy Pelosi is the voice of this Democratic Party, and she's been, since the beginning, calling this guy a monster and saying he needs to be impeached, and she came out and said, whoa, this is not impeachment offense, and we all should settle down and wait until we actually get facts, then, or what about there's a little video clip going around right now, and, this is politics, but it's Obama talking to, one of Putin's aides, and he says, hey, after this election, this is my last one. I can be really tolerant with you guys. So he's telling Russia, hey, I had to act this way in my first term because I want to be reelected. now that I'm going to be reelected, I can take care of you guys, because what are they going to do to me?
Yeah.
I'm not having a third term.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with the server. They want to make this big deal.
I know. They classified information. Trump supposedly gave classified information to the Russians. Meanwhile, Hillary's got the server in her basement. Nobody's talking about independent prosecutor for that. It goes on and on.
Obama talked about it. Obama talked about it and said there is nothing wrong with having an illegal server in your basement.
I know.
Obama came out and said that. He
got emails from her. I know.
On the server, yeah.
On the server.
Saying, can you help me?
Yeah.
Can you help me?
But that doesn't matter because,
No. And that is the thing. People want to talk about, it like right now it's not a Trump thing. It really is a right versus left thing.
Yeah.
And what people want to say, Fox News or whatever, they actually are kind of, of course, they got Trump's, on his side, but they kind of report. But everywhere else you go, it's Democratic, It's the same thing. It's like, it's the 2 scoops ice cream,
right? Chris, sorry to cut you off, man. I got a couple other call, but thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. It is a Trump thing, though. I remember when he got elected, looking at my wife going, oh, my God, you understand this guy is a white heterosexual Christian male with $1 billion. He embodies everything that the fucking left hates. Watch him go hog wild. But even I couldn't imagine they were going to go this fucking nuts. And on we go. Hey, Robert on line 2. Robert, New York City, Robert. What's going on, man?
Yeah, your screener must be deaf. This is Roger.
Okay.
Roger Stone. I'm not going to make it into the show today.
Okay. Is it Roger?
Yeah, this is Roger,
Yeah, where are you, Roger?
Down. Well, I'm outside McSorley's. Those dark drafts are calling my name. They're saying Roger. I think I'll go there. It's too hot. It's too hot to come up there by you. Where are you anyway?
I'm at 6th and 49th.
Oh, my God. That's too far, man.
Okay.
That's too far to get up.
Well, next time
my favorite song's on the car radio right now.
We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Hey, you got my money up there, though? That was the deal.
Ay. This is why I don't want guests. Ever. Just me, you. It'd be funny if that was him.
Yeah.
The guy does like to hit the sauce, doesn't he? Andy, ask your question. All right. What do we got here? I'm getting a note handed me by my producer. Roger Stone is driving by himself in traffic, so he can't call in. We're going to reschedule for a future date.
Comes from the booker.
It's all right. I got Hillary Clinton coming in tomorrow night.
We don't want him to risk his safety.
Hillary's coming in. Saw her up in the woods again today. Peeing behind a rock. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, tremendous. Any other stories? Oh, baseball. I wanted to talk baseball. They're trying to make the game shorter because, the average American has the attention span of a fucking retarded gnat. And the games are actually longer this year.
Yeah.
Trying by a few minutes. And
I know.
How about this? You can't fix it. How about leave it the way it is if you don't like it? I know they're worried about their viewers and shit, but you can't feed a product to a generation that's grown up on YouTube. And
dude, I got to tell you, Yanks went 18 a couple weeks ago against the Cubs. That's Sunday Night Crew on ESPN. Brutal.
They've been brutal forever.
Brutal.
John Miller and Joe.
No.
Remember? No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, but I remember Miller. Right.
It started going bad 50. You don't need 4 people in the booth.
McCarver.
You don't need to fucking analyze every pitch. And then they have that good-looking chick, Menendez, whatever her name is. Jenny Mendoza, good-looking girl, but sorry, there's a guy that actually played the game who could add more to. And you know what? You need one part. You don't even need 2 guys. These network idiots. They think that's why it's ever since Monday Night Football with Howard Cosell and Dandy Don. They think you got to have a team in the booth. You don't.
Didn't Vin Scully do it all himself?
That was my next comment. Vince Scully by him. That's all you need. I mean, these guys overanalyze every pitch and shit. I used to turn it down when Joe Morgan and John Miller. Oh my God!
Possibly the worst broadcasting team I've ever heard in my life.
Unlistenable, and they think that's, you know. And I hate to be sexist, but you know, good looking broad.
Yeah, she's not
woman.
that great.
I mean, chick. Huh? She's not that great. Well, she's an athlete. She's not a supermodel,
Is she?
Andy. Yeah, kind of.
She's in there with Boone, who I love.
Who?
Boone.
Aaron Bone. Yeah.
You remember?
I remember Aaron Bone, yeah. I sure do. That was, yeah. That was right before we came back 4 straight and embarrassed you assholes, but, which had never been done before. But yes, I do remember that. Aaron Bone. Aaron effing Bone. Bucky effing Dent. And, but they're trying to, so they're trying to shorten the games. And they're like 6 minutes longer this year. And, I'm saying, you know, whatever. I agree with the batter stepping out of the box and adjusting their gloves for 10 minutes. And, there's a lot of things you can do. You know what I mean? But these guys are so, and the union guys going, we're not going to agree to that. Nobody gets, we're divided, whether it's baseball, politics. They should have the pitcher mound, right? The rubber that he stands on. Mm-hmm. If they don't throw a pitch like every 20 seconds, the guy gets shocked. They electrify the rubber he's standing on. And, I want, you know what else I want? I don't want guys, I don't want human umpires behind the play. I want them to use the pitch tracks thing. You know, the computer calls the strikes?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Pitch tracks. They all have a different version. But, they're wrong on a lot of that shit. But I'm saying, you know, you're never going to speed it up for this younger generation that you're trying to cater to. It's never going to be fast enough for them. Let them go. Let guys like me in my late hundreds enjoy the game. And enjoy your cake.
I think it's fine this year. I've watched a bunch of games.
Have you?
My beef is with the broadcasting crew.
When you watch your games, do you watch in real time or do you DVR them?
Yeah, that's where we differ. I can't watch on DVR specifically because it'll get ruined for me.
What'll get ruined? Oh, you mean you'll hear the score?
Like I have, especially during Rangers playoffs games, I got so many friends we're on group texts.
Well, yeah, no,
I know I can not just check it, but I'm too impatient. I need to know.
But can you sit down and watch a baseball game in real time?
Yeah.
With no problem.
Yeah.
And it goes to 8 minutes of commercials. See, I
flip. I'm a vigilant commercial flipper.
I know. And then you just flip the pawn and go back.
I got it down to a science.
I know. I do. I got like a black belt when it comes to that shit too. But I'm saying I don't think you can fix it. You know, the younger generation that they're trying to cater to will never be. It's never going to be fast enough for them.
But it's hypocritical because you introduce replay, which takes 10 minutes every time they got to review something.
Right. I'm not for that either. Get rid of all of it. No, that's what I'm saying. You won't get rid of all the umps. I'm actually for robots, and I'm usually not for that. But as far as, but you got to have the fighting. You got to toss the ump.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right. Let's go to Tim, line 4. Tim.
Nick DiPaolo.
What's up, man?
Nick DiPaolo. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
I just wanted to say congratulations on the show. It's been a long time since I got to hear you on the radio.
Thank you.
I've been living off a podcast the last couple of years.
Is this Cincinnati, Tim?
This is Cincinnati, Tim.
Holy moly. This guy is a loyal, we used to call him the Nick and Artie, my podcast, he's a subscriber, and are you still selling weed to kids during the day?
Well, yeah, I try to keep that on the down low, but no, I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
First, I want to congratulate you on having your show. I think it's awesome. I'm going to listen every night.
All right.
But I want to know who is the more reliable guest, Roger Stone or Artie Lang?
I don't know. I mean, Artie's local. He probably had a better shot. We'll get Roger.
All these guys, they say they're going to show up, and they don't show up.
Well,
the streets are shut down.
The streets are shut down. It's a dangerous situation. You know? Anything else, Tim?
I love you, Nick. Nope, that's all.
That's it?
Congratulations.
All right. Well, enjoy Ohio. I know it's beautiful this time of year. Enjoy your cake. Fucking A. Mark in St. Louis.
What's up, Nick? How's the show?
How
you liking it so far?
I'm loving it, actually.
Oh, I love it, too. I mean, I'm glad you're on. I love the diversity in the the station.
Let me ask you a question, Mark. The Blues, are they out of it?
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
I just wanted to hear the depressed voice. Oh, God,
Come on. I mean, we are the Cubs won a World Series, but the Blues are the Cubs of the NHL.
The Cubs
never
yes,
gonna
they
win.
are.
They're just terrible.
I have a soft spot for the Blues because when I was a kid, Bobby Orr, the most famous sports picture ever, that was
against the Blues.
I was 8 years old or whatever, 8 or 9 years old, and on a warm May afternoon, it was a Mother's Day, and I'll never forget that.
The dive.
Sad.
So politically,
I love the blue, but now you're getting me depressed.
I know.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Hey, you had a caller that called in earlier and said that, and I'm straight down the middle. I agree with a lot of shit you say, and then I go back and forth on others. But you had a guy that had called in and said, well, we don't call up and we don't try and get somebody to lose their job. Well, what about that gal who made that shitty comment about Trump's son being the shooter, being the first homeschool shooter, and then everybody went fucking nuts and got her fired from Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Now, who did that? It wasn't the left.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the left. But for every one case like that, I could probably point to 40 where a local radio guy said an off-color racial comment and got booted. If you want to compare numbers over the last 10 years, it would be about 400.
I don't want to compare numbers at all. I just want to compare. Don't say it doesn't happen when it happens. You know what I mean?
Well, but it happens very rarely.
There's cunts everywhere.
Yeah, but
there are cunts everywhere that
you're pointing to the exception. I would say what we're talking about, like I said, the last 10 years, if you lean right in your politics, you're going to get in trouble for saying something off color a lot quicker than like a Tracy Morgan who said if his baby was gay, he'd kill it. You think?
Oh,
yeah, and you know what? He got flack for about 48 hours. So there's definitely a double standard, and I agree that girl probably shouldn't have lost her job either. But I'm just saying, let's not pretend it's.
Jokes are jokes.
It's not tit for tat.
Right. When you coming back to St. Louis?
Actually, I think my agent just brought me an offer for Helium in the fall, maybe.
Helium.
Yeah.
The new Helium?
Yeah.
It's a big club.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
It's I mean, in my opinion, it's a little too big. I like the smaller Funny Bone, where it's a little more.
Yeah, I go by the paycheck size, not the club size.
I could use the faggy term intimate, but.
The faggy term intimate. I go by the club size, the check size, not the club size.
Well, yeah. Well, then I guess I'll see you at the family arena. Then
I'll see you at the Helium. All right. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Good night, Nick.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right.
But let's not pretend it's equal when it comes to people getting in trouble for saying shit. Come on. Go to a college campus. If you look at an Asian kid wrong, you're doing 12 years in a Turkish prison.
Don't write a Yelp review.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She was Asian, that woman. Didn't get in trouble, though, did she? Didn't resign. Didn't get kicked off yet. No. I mean, that's the time we're living in. Know what I'm saying? I'm going to have a nice stiff one on the way home. And by that, I mean cock. What? I love that our guest didn't show up, and he's plugging something called Get Me Roger Stone. Yeah, could you fucking get me Roger Stone?
It's a good watch, though. I watched this morning. I was texting you.
Let's go to Brendan in Long Island. Brendan, what's going on, man?
Hey, Nick, what's going on? How are you today?
I don't know. I'm like a paramedic taking calls on a Saturday night downtown Detroit.
I just had a quick question. What's your opinion on the possibility of Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather going at it?
You mean sexually? I'd say very slim.
Nah, the boxing fight.
I don't know. Are they still talking about that?
McGregor just signed his side of the deal, I think, yesterday, and now they're waiting on, I guess, Mayweather's side or HBO's side, wherever the hell that works.
So, strictly boxing, obviously, because I don't think Mayweather knows how to grapple.
No.
Mayweather would kill him.
You think so? Really?
Mayweather would kill him.
Hey, I was putting my money on McGregor. I'm a huge McGregor.
In straight boxing?
Yeah. Mayweather
McGregor doesn't stand a chance.
That's what I'm saying.
He relies on all the other shit in UFC.
Well, that's what we're talking about, boxing, right, Brendan? We're not talking about UFC shit.
Oh yeah, it's strictly boxing.
Yeah.
Mayweather would he would never go against him in MMA.
And you think McGregor has a chance there?
I think he has a good chance. I mean, he has quick hands and he's fast, so I mean, you don't want to count him out. I mean, if he connects with him, you never know what can happen.
That's the thing, okay? That's the thing. He's not going to connect with him. If pro boxers had trouble hitting Mayweather his whole career, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be very difficult. He could get lucky, but Mayweather is a beautiful fighter in that, defensively too. So I don't know. I think I'd throw Rosie O'Donnell in there against McGregor, and that would be a delicious fight.
I would pay to see that.
You'd pay to see that. Me too. Brendan, thanks, buddy. Thanks for the call.
Talk to you later.
Yeah. Caitlyn Jenner got some shit over there in England, huh? I feel bad for her.
Oh, she got heckled?
She got heckled. Did we talk about this?
No, but I remember you telling me about it.
She's walking the red carpet and a guy goes, "Oi, Bruce, get your dick out." I think I said that last night. Isn't that horrible? I've evolved on that, actually, because, there's not just guys and girls. There's a lot of shit in between. And how do I know? Well, I hung out with Norton for a week in Bay. No, there's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of testosterone and chemistry. Somebody gets more male juice and there's some in the middle, and you know what I mean? That doesn't mean I'm not going to make fun of you, though. I'm just saying, I say that because Bruce Jenner said that. He goes, if you're not laughing at me, you're an asshole. He even said that. So, some guy, then they threw something at him. Didn't I bring this up yesterday?
I think we were just talking about it.
As we were going off the air. Can you imagine being that ignorant, though? Throwing something at...
Yes.
You know what I mean? But Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, he does not make a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Huh? And he just went, you give that a shot, would you?
You get a few in me. You never know.
A few what? Jesus Christ. Over in London. Police, we did bring it up. They were investigating as a hate crime.
Didn't we walk by her here that one day? She was here?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Leggy.
Oh, leggy. I don't... Jesus. Bill Lambert had long legs, too. I don't know if them wrapped around me. What the fuck? Leggy. Oh, Jesus. Frank in Yonkers on line 3. Frank. How are you, Frank?
Hey, Nick, how are you?
Good. How you doing, okay?
I'm doing good, man. I just wanted to say welcome to Sirius XM. Been a fan for a long time.
Thank you, Frank.
KRF days.
You're gonna
looking for what's up?
You gonna come see me June whatever?
1st.
June 2nd?
Probably not. Nah, man, I'm busy, man. Work, kids.
Probably not. Big fan. Love to see you. I live about a mile from the club. You gonna come see me? Nah.
Nah. Nah, man, I just wanted to say welcome, and I'm looking forward to catching you on the ride home every day, You're a funny man.
I appreciate it, Frank. I love when Yonkers...
right.
Thank you. But, now that's an honest guy.
Yeah.
Love your comedy. Haven't seen you in years. I
Can't
see
wait.
You're gonna be a mile from my house. You coming? No. I got kids and shit. And then Thursday, June 1st, me and Big J Okerson at, the Bears Den. And Seneca, Niagara Falls Casino. It's called the Bears Den. It's a beautiful theater, man. Yeah, it's around. You'd love it. You'll get up there, Andy, someday. I can open for a Modi.
What? Yeah, me and him. What a pair.
Here's a show for you. How much time? 3 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Really? Hey, this guy said he met Chris Cornell at an open mic. Is that true? David on line 4. David.
Yes. It was an amazing thing. It was 5 years ago. I was hosting an open mic. It was comedy.
Yep.
In Hollywood, and there was no comics, right? So I'm vamping on stage, waiting for somebody to come in.
Yeah.
And this guy comes in with a guitar, and I go, "Are you a comic?" "No, you're not a comic. You're a guitar player. You want to do 2 songs?" So the guy kind of smiled and he says, "Yeah, sure." So he gets up behind the mic. I go, "By the way, what's your name?" He says, "Michael." Does 2 songs. He's amazing. And at the end of it, he says, "I'm Chris Cornell." And then, there was hardly anybody there, but So that's why we didn't recognize him. And I don't follow 90s rock that much.
Right.
But it was him. And
no kidding.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And it's just a shame, that he moved on, I guess.
Yeah, those guys are dark. Thanks for the call, man. There's some. Well, that it's a memory like that that probably did him in. He's in an open mic comedy. The guy's a superstar musical. Nobody knows it. Oy. Those are the ones, That's like me going, I walked into karaoke. Yeah, I was feeling good about myself. My album came out, a couple weeks ago, whatever, and the special came out on CISO a month or two ago. I was feeling good about myself, feeling a little famous. I got recognized at the airport a few times. And then I go to the Village, and I was going to do the Fat Black Pussycat down there, And I walked by the Comedy Cell, and like 3 different people handing out those flyers for comedy shows.
Yeah.
Would you like to see a stand-up show? I was just feeling good about it. I'd been recognized, signed a couple autographs the night before. Would you like to see a stand-up? I go, yeah. I just, I made my living behind you for the last 24 years. And, I don't know if I should be depressed. I think I should know who I am. Not that I'm world famous. But that took me down a notch. I went home and I cried. Anyhow, kids, that's it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow. I want to thank all the callers, and it's the Nick DiPaolo Show. We'll talk to you real soon.